Hey guys, welcome back to Lavendaire. Today is another Get Your Life Together challenge. If you're new here, this is where we're getting our life together in a different area each week. So we've already done a few different areas. I'll link the whole series down below, but this week we are focusing on health. So this week I'm focusing on eating healthy, getting enough exercise, and in general, just taking care of my body. So let's get started. Alright, day one of this health challenge week. I'm here at this gym and my friend Carl has agreed to give me personal training, and I've never done anything like this before, so we'll see how hard he is on me. So I just finished my workout with Carl and it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. It was pretty fun actually to just like catch up. But I am now going to make an appointment for a health checkup, and I wasn't planning to do this. For the past few days I've had hearing issues. Like this ear hears like 30% less than this ear, and I can tell because when I tap my ears here and here it sounds completely different. It's just been weird these past few days, so I really am due for a checkup. So now I'm just gonna like find a doctor on this app through my health insurance, figure that out. So turns out when I was there, the doctor was examining my ears and he was like, I think I see something. And he takes some sort of tweezers and he like starts to yank out like the biggest earwax that you have ever seen. This is TMI and it's pretty disgusting and embarrassing, but yeah, it was just a huge earwax that was stuck and blocking my hearing. And once he took it out, it was like painful when he was pulling it out. And then he gave me these like ear drops. And so I'm okay. I was genuinely like worried that I would go deaf, and I was preparing myself for it. But anyway, that was over. The next day I went in to get a blood test, and it just so happened that Wilson didn't go to work that day, so he came with me, and then we got like a healthy lunch at Tender Greens afterwards. I think it worked out that I had to go to the doctor's this week during this health challenge because I'm a type of person that usually does not like the fuss of like making an appointment and going to see the dentist or the doctor. I just don't like that kind of stuff. I don't like running errands. And so this challenge forced me to like get those things done because you got to take care of your body. You got to get checked up, do all of that work. That is a big giant check off of my to-do list. Later on that day, I actually had another BetterHelp counseling session because mental health is also part of your overall well-being and health as well. So shout out to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. I've actually been talking to a therapist on a week-to-week basis, and I've talked to her about different things. One thing she is helping me with is my sleep schedule, because remember the first day of the challenge, like sleep and getting over my limiting beliefs about sleep is something that I really want to work on. So anyway, we're working on that. One of the things she recommended me to do is set like a yoga class or something in the morning that forces me to get up at the time that I want to get up, so that it helps with my willpower. So I actually scheduled a yoga class for the next morning. Fast forward to the next morning when I woke up at like 9 for my yoga class. It was cold and rainy, so much that I was like, I'd rather stay in bed, so I stayed in bed and I missed yoga. So that was like my health fail for this week, missing the classes that I signed up for on ClassPass. Basically, I'm still finding a way that works for me because knowing myself, I have such a strong determination to like stay in bed in the morning, which is why it's so hard for me to wake up in the morning. Even if I have like a class scheduled, I'll just choose to miss it. So I think we're gonna have to come back to that method another time, but I'm just gonna keep doing my class passes in the afternoons and evenings when I know I can make the class. Aside from that, I did try to be more conscious about the food that I ate, choosing healthy snacks over like chocolate, and choosing to eat salads instead of like pastas and pizzas. I do feel like I didn't do my best in like prepping healthy food at home because I think eating healthy takes a lot of prep work actually. I ended up eating out a lot, but even so, I'll try to choose something healthy eating out. I think I just lacked the knowledge of how to prepare a variety of healthy foods for myself, especially when I'm busy, because I would just get lazy and be like, okay, let me just go out and find something to eat. At the end of this week, I learned that living a healthy life takes preparation, willpower, and consistency. I think number one, preparation means like buying the right food so you have the healthy foods you can eat at home, and also scheduling in like the workout sessions that you want. Because I think if it weren't for this challenge, I would never have like scheduled a personal training session with my friend. Also with things like getting a health checkup, that kind of thing usually stays on the bottom of my to-do list for months before I actually get it done. But it really just takes like a little bit of time, 5 minutes, to make a phone call or do a little quick research in order to book something and make it happen. Next is the willpower and consistency, which is super important. I think both of them are like a muscle. The more you do it, the more you practice it, the stronger you get and the better you get at it. For example, like waking up to go to a morning yoga class, like I had no willpower for that. I just didn't care, but I need to build up the muscle to care enough to like make myself go to these classes that I say that I'm gonna go to. At the end of the day, I think I'm still a work in progress. I'm a lot more healthier now than I was like a couple years ago, but I still have a long way to go in terms of like completely changing my eating habits, not snacking as much, and just working out on a more consistent basis. So let me know down below if you're joining me on this health challenge, if you're also following this Get Your Life Together series. I love seeing your posts, so continue to hashtag GYLT challenge. Wishing you all the best. Hope you have a beautiful end of your year. Bye.